The Chargers head into week 3 of the preseason with tons of questions still to be answered. At quarterback, Justin Herbert currently is winning the three-way battle over Tyrod Taylor and Easton Stick, but who will come out on top in the battle as we head to the most important game of the preseason? As far as the injury news goes, Austin Ekeler had arthroscopic surgery on his torn shoulder labrum and will miss the first part of the regular season. This is a tough blow for the Chargers as Ekeler's role in the offense is expected to be much larger than it was last year. In his absence, the Chargers will give Justin Jackson the nod as the starter, but as a precaution, the team has signed former Chiefs running back Spencer Ware to the roster. To make room for Ware, the team released wide receiver Tyron Johnson. In other injury news, Jerry Tillery is expected to sit out the rest of the preseason due to a shoulder dislocation. He'll likely not require surgery, but the team will sit him for the rest of the preseason as a precaution. Justin Jones will continue to start opposite Linval Joseph at defensive tackle. Left tackle Sam Tevi practiced all week after a minor elbow injury in Week 2's loss to the Rams and should be good to go for Week 3's bout with the Seahawks. As for the Melvin Ingram situation, the team has had a few trade offers on the table that involve draft picks, as Ingram continues to hold out for a new contract. Ingram requested a trade last week after contract negotiations came to a screeching halt, and we'll have more on the situation after Week 3's game against the Seahawks. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to the Chargers franchise here on Madden NFL 21. And today we are playing the third preseason game of the season as we head to Seattle for one last dress rehearsal against Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. This game should give a little bit more clarity on who should be the starter in Week 1 against Cincinnati. Now, obviously, Justin Herbert probably would be the smartest option as the starter just because you want to get him as much playing time as humanly possible early on just so he develops well. But if Tyrod Taylor or Easton Stick are better options moving forward, then one of those guys will be the starter. So just a heads up, I did play the whole first half of this game, and then I played most of the third quarter before super simming the rest of it. And for the fourth game, I just simmed the entirety of it, and I mainly put the backups in to keep the starters healthy. I just wanted to give you a heads up on that. So now we get into the action as Russell Wilson throws across his body and somehow completes it, at first at least. But then Derwin James just knocks out Tyler Lockett, and that pops the ball loose. So now the Chargers get the ball. Justin Jackson going to pick up a few yards as he looks to replace Austin Ekeler, at least for the time being. But then on 2nd and 6, he's going to get put down in the backfield for a 5-yard loss. That's going to lead to 3rd and 11. Justin Herbert getting the start at quarterback today. He throws left side, finds Taylor Gabriel, and he's going to pick up the first down up to the 48. Gabriel getting the start as I put Allen on the bench for this game because I really wanted to see what I could do with Joe Lewis. He does very well in sim, and he gets a grab there. He gets into Seattle territory up to the 45. And since he's done so well in sim through the first 2 games, I really wanted to see what he can do there as Justin Jackson takes a big hit, coughs up the football. It's recovered by Bruce Irvin. Bobby Wagner with the big hit, and that's not a good first impression if you're Justin Jackson. So now 1st and 10, Wilson underneath, going to find Tyler Lockett, who gets up to the 49. First down Seahawks. Now 2nd and 7, here's the handoff, Carlos Hyde. He's bounced around for the past few years, but now is in Seattle, picks up the first down, and the Seahawks keep the drive going. Now here's the handoff to Chris Carson, the starting running back. He's going to break free and gets up to the 32, just short of the first down. 2nd and 4, Wilson quick throw right side, and there is Hyde. He's going to burn the defense for a touchdown, and the Seahawks strike first. They're up 7-0 over the Chargers. So now we'll see what Herbert can do. It's a 3rd and 14. 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. He's going to let it fly, and he is intercepted. Quentin Dunbar with the pick. Of course, he's had a really tumultuous offseason. If you know, you know, but he gets a pick there. Herbert wanted Virgil Green there, but just threw it into double coverage, and that's not going to get you the starting job. So now Wilson over the middle, going to find Jacob Hollister, who picks up the first down up to the 28. So now 2nd and 10, here's a draw play, and Carson put down in the backfield by Denzel Perryman. He's in his bag. He's trying to get the starting job at middle linebacker. Now 3rd and 12, Wilson going to dump it off. Finds the former Panther, Greg Olsen, but he's going to be well short of the first down marker. So they'd have to settle for a field goal. It's 10-0. So now 1st and 10, Justin Herbert trying to run the read option. He gets popped and loses the football, but luckily Hunter Henry there to recover it. Now 2nd and 14, Herbert looking over the middle, and he throws an absolute gift to Bobby Wagner. It's a pick. He misses a tackle there, and Wagner going to take it back for the pick six. Touchdown Seahawks. They take a 17-0 lead. And if Justin Herbert's trying to lose the starting job here, then he's doing a wonderful job of it. But on 3rd and 8, he throws a nice pass there to Taylor Gabriel, makes the grab, inbounds for the first down, and that keeps the drive alive. Herbert trying to salvage his starting job here as he finds Gabriel. I shouldn't say his starting job because it's not guaranteed he's going to be the starter, especially after 2 picks like that. So now 1st and 10, here's a handoff to Jackson, and Jackson going to roll forward up to the 31. He picks up the first down. So now we head into the second quarter, 3rd and 5. Herbert looking, throws right side, and he's going to find Gabriel, who's inside the 15, up to the 14-yard line. New set of downs for the Chargers. They're in the red zone now, 1st and 10. Herbert going to go underneath, finds Joe Reed, the rookie out of Virginia. Reed gets to the outside, touchdown Los Angeles, and the Chargers get on the board and get back into this game. It's 17-7. But is that enough for Herbert to earn the starting job? We'll have to see. 2nd and 4, and Carlos Hyde is off to the races. Hayward trying to run him down, and he's going to do so at the 1-yard line, just barely stopping a touchdown. But then very next play, Wilson on the play fake over the middle, and he finds Will Dissly. Touchdown Seahawks. They make it a 24-7 game. And now Easton Stick in the game as the second QB. Does this mean that he's the number 2 over Tyrod? We'll have to see. Jackson going to pick up the first down on the counter play. Now 1st and 10, Stick going to drop back. He's going to let it fly, looking for Reed, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin on the interception, and he's going to get it back into Los Angeles territory up to the 40-yard line. And Stick took a chance there, and he failed miserably. So now here's Wilson and company over the middle. He's going to find Olsen, who takes a big hit from Nazir Adderley, but he still gets the first down up to the 21. So now 1st and 10, Wilson going to throw over the head of Perriman, and he finds Olsen for the touchdown. The Seahawks now up 31-7 over the Chargers, and it's just looking ugly now. 2nd and 6, Stick going to throw underneath, finds Hunter Henry, who runs over a defender and picks up the first down up to the 39. Now 1st and 10, Stick gonna throw the screen to Jackson. Nice blocking there, and Jackson gonna be just short of the first down marker. Probably should have kicked it out a little bit more, but now 2nd and 1, Stick throws left side, finds a wide open Joe Reed, who gets out of bounds at the 46. So now the Chargers in Seahawks territory, 3rd and 6. Stick over the middle, finds Virgil Green, who falls down, catching the football at the 30. First down Chargers, but now 3rd and 13. Stick hit as he throws, and the ball kind of wobbles out, and Gabriel unable to make the grab. And the Chargers end up settling for 3. So now 3rd and 7, Seahawks ball. Wilson going to be intercepted. It's Casey Hayward, and he's going to outrun the offensive tackle for the pick six to make it 31-17. And it's about time that the secondary did something. They've been struggling for most of the preseason, and there's another struggle there as DK Metcalf makes a catch over the middle for the first. Now 3rd and 6, Wilson going to step up in the pocket, throws left side, and it's completed again. This time to Lockett, who gets into Chargers territory up to the 46. 1st and 10, Wilson. Under 2 minutes to go, by the way. He's going to find Metcalf underneath, who gets up to the 41. Perriman is injured on the play and ends up just taking a knee and coming out of the ball game. So now 2nd and 4. Wilson going to go left side, finds Carson, and Carson going to get up to about the 26. Russell Wilson and company having no problem moving the football against what is supposed to be one of the better secondaries in the league. But this time he's going to get intercepted. Desmond King on the pick, and he's going to take this one all the way back, although Wilson for a second was threatening to tackle him, but just not in range. And it's yet another pick six for the Chargers as they make this a 7-point game after being down by as many as 24. So now 1st and 10, very next offensive play, and then Wilson going to get picked off again. This time Nasir Adderley with the interception, and he's in a battle for the free safety spot. Making plays like that will definitely earn him the starting job. So now 2nd and 10, Stick going to throw over the middle, finds Mike Williams. Williams going to cough up the football though, and is picked up by Wagner. And there goes any chances that the Chargers might have had at tying this ball game up. As we head into the half, the Seahawks lead 31-24. So now we go into the 3rd quarter with Tyrod Taylor now at quarterback. He throws left side, finds Gabriel, and he's going to get up to the 39, 1st down Chargers. So now Taylor has a chance to get this team tied up once again as he hands it off to Ware, who picks up about 4 on the play. Now 2nd and 6. Taylor with a quick pass over the middle, finds Reed, who takes a big hit, but holds on to the ball, 1st down. So now 2nd and 10. Taylor going to throw it deep, finds Gabriel, and he holds on to it. He gets up to the 25-yard line, and the Chargers in range to possibly tie this game up as Jackson picks up 3 yards on 2nd and 10. Now 3rd and 7. Taylor has all day to throw, gets it away, and Henry not able to catch it. Wagner knocks it away. So Michael Badgley going to come out for about a 39-yard field goal, and he makes it to make it a 4-point game. So now 1st and 10. Wilson's still in the game for the Seahawks. He throws right side, finds DK Metcalf, who's going to get across the 35 for the 1st down. So now 1st and 10. Carson gets the handoff up the middle, and he's just barely able to pick up the 1st down. It looked like he was short, but they give it to him. Later on in the drive, Russell Wilson going to show off the legs a little bit on the read option. Touchdown Seahawks. They make it 38-27 now. And then this is where I ended up simming the rest of the game, and then somehow the Chargers come back and just beat the mess out of the Seahawks in the 4th quarter, and they walk away with a 53-38 victory over the Seahawks, as there were 12 total turnovers. I guess that's just kind of what happens in the rain. The rain definitely plays a role in this game, and Easton Stick actually went into the game in the 4th quarter for some reason. I'm not complaining. 11 of 19, 145 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick for him. Definitely looked the best, but I think Herbert is probably going to be the starter still. Justin Jackson had 37 yards on 11 carries. Spencer Ware with 2 touchdowns, both in the 4th quarter. Taylor Gabriel led the team with 7 catches for 102 yards. Joe Reed actually looked pretty solid for the most part, 4 catches for 35 yards and a touchdown. Now, the defense had a lot of problems, especially in the 1st quarter and even in the 2nd quarter, although they did get 2 pick sixes in a row and then 3 interceptions in a row overall. So they just got to do more of that and less of giving up big plays, and they'll be totally fine. Breaking news out of Los Angeles today, as the Chargers have agreed to trade Melvin Ingram to the Atlanta Falcons, along with a 4th-round pick in 2021, in exchange for a 2nd-round pick and a 6th-round pick in the exact same draft. The Falcons are expected to reach a deal with Ingram on a long-term extension as soon as the end of this week. In the end, all that matters is the issue has finally been resolved for the Chargers. So as I mentioned at the beginning of the first game in this video, I did sim the entirety of this game. And the Chargers have gone 3-1 in the preseason after beating the Niners 37-16. Easton Stick went 17-28 for 226 yards and 2 touchdowns. Spencer Ware had 58 yards and a touchdown on 15 carries to lead the Chargers on the ground. Virgil Green had 91 yards and 2 touchdowns on 6 catches to lead the Chargers receiving-wise. And defensively, at least in sim, it seems like the team played a lot better than they had in the previous 3 preseason games. It's going to be interesting to see what they do in week 1 against Cincinnati, but at least in the sim, it looks like they played a pretty good game. We'll just have to see what they do during the regular season. Now that the preseason is in the books after a win over the 49ers, the Chargers have cut down their roster to 53 players. The only notable releases are wide receiver Darius Jennings and tackle Jamarcus Webb. Aside from that, there are no real shocking releases for the Chargers. No pun intended. As for the starters for week 1, Justin Herbert has been named the starting quarterback for the game against the Bengals, meaning he'll go head-to-head with the number 1 overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, Joe Burrow. With Austin Ekeler missing the next few weeks due to his shoulder injury, Justin Jackson will get the start at running back with Spencer Ware getting carries as well. He'll be led by rookie fullback Bronson Rechsteiner, who won the starting fullback job over Gabe Neighbors. Keenan Allen and Mike Williams will be the starting receivers, and the starting offensive line will be Sam Tevi, Forrest Lamp, Marquise Pouncey, Trey Turner, and Brian Bulaga, with Hunter Henry as the starting tight end. Looking at the starting defense, Uchenna Nwosu and Joey Bosa will be the starting ends, with Linval Joseph and Jerry Tillery starting in the middle. At linebacker, Kenneth Murray, Drew Tranquil, and Kaiser White will be the starters, meaning Tranquil beat out Perryman for the starting middle linebacker spot. At corner, Casey Hayward Jr. and Chris Harris Jr. will be the starters, with Desmond King playing in the slot. Rayshawn Jenkins is the starting free safety, and of course, Derwin James will be the starting strong safety. Ty Long and Michael Badgley will be the punter and kicker respectively, with Badgley also handling kickoff duties. Marquise Pouncey will be the long snapper, and Desmond King will return kicks and punts with Joe Reed as his backup. Looking at the specialists, Desmond King will be playing in the slot. I am going to change it. I know it says Chris Harris there, but bear with me. Bosa, Joseph, and Nwosu will all be the defensive line in pass rush situations. Tranquil will play as sub-linebacker. Taylor Gabriel will play as the slot receiver. Justin Jackson will be the third down back, and Kelly will be the power back. As far as the practice squad goes, the only real notable names are Cole McDonald and Chris Covington. With the depth chart now set, the Chargers will prepare for their first game of the season against the Bengals. That's going to do it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you guys are enjoying the Chargers franchise so far, make sure you guys hit that like button. And for more franchise and dynasty content here on Craniac Gaming, make sure you guys subscribe and turn your notifications on to join the notification gang. That way, every time I upload a video, you guys will be notified. If you guys enjoy the content and you want to support me in a more personal way, there are multiple ways of doing so. You can become a patron on Patreon, you can be a channel member here on YouTube, or you can buy a shirt from my merch store. The link to all three will be in the description of this video. That is going to do it for me though, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Kaz from Craniac Gaming. You guys have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day and night whenever you're watching this. Like I always say, no matter what happens, make sure you keep that mofo rolling. I love y'all 3000. I'm Audi 5000. Deuces.